there, fellow curve flatteners. Here we are again. It's Tuesday, October 6th. It's been many months of curve flattening concerts, and I'm Raleigh Brown. I'm your host and musician, facilitator, philosopher, king. This is my domain. And hi, Biggie. Big Dan is here. Burks is here. Dinah's here. Andreas, Marcia, Debbie Lipster, Vasayo. Hello, you guys. It's good to see you. So, got the usual song, a bunch of songs for you today, and we have to turn that little beepy thing off. We don't want that. Hey, Jim Moore, Mike Verbeck, Gene Galligan, Ann Mintz. Hello, hello. Oh, you have a moment before your meeting. Nice of you to say hi. I know what that's like. I had to do that with Cozy this morning. We had to run out, and I couldn't listen to Cozy and Charlie's concert. I'm going to have to go back and listen later. But I figured I would do one of Cozy's songs for you today, and that's what I'll start out with. So this is a song that should really kind of be dear to the heart of any old folk singers who did what I did back in the 80s or before, 70s, of kind of going from town to town and playing little coffee houses and college coffee houses and stuff. And then getting, for me, in my case, it was getting on the bus and busing back to Philly and then going out again. But Cozy apparently had a car. Bless her heart. So here we go. Well, November is falling. I'm driving through the dark. I know each night you cannot be strong. And I am on my way to the next church basement. I got coffee, got a map and a song. And as I ramble around the highway, Woody Guthrie, watch over me. All I know is how to go from town to town and hope the peaches fall down from the trees. Woody, watch over me. I have a few songs and miles of memory of how most lives are not beyond repair. And there are ways the world is broken, but I can say for certain that most people are good most everywhere. And as I ramble around your highways, Woody Guthrie, watch over me. All I know is how to go from town to town and hope the peaches fall down from the tree. Woody, watch over me. So I am on my way to the next part of nowhere, and I'm looking for the center and the light. You know, my mama hoped that I'd be someone of renown. I'm driving to a new town tonight, and as I ramble around the highway, Woody Guthrie, watch over me. All I know is how to go from town to town and hope the peaches fall down from the trees. Woody, watch over me. Woody, watch over me. It's a pretty song. I like that song a lot. Pammy Blake's here. Hi, Pammy. Donna Zach Beal, Bunny Barnes, Andreas. Now, Kit Serikaku, you guys may not know this, but Kit Serikaku on Oahu has a career in film. She's been, I think she's been like an extra on Hawaii Five-0 and stuff like that. So she said she couldn't make it today because she's filming an audition for a commercial. So we'll still say hello to her, and she'll catch up later probably. Donna Greenberg, Kate Petrella, Linda Pasquablaze, Cohiba Cat, Judy Space, Charlotte Cantrell, all you guys, it's great to see you. I'm so glad you joined me for these little adventures. Bruce McNeil, Steve Davidson, hey bud, Aretta Wauk, Janice, my lovely wife, who is upstairs, and probably thinking about getting lunch ready, which we will do together because we're a family. And Carol Pred and Ann Mintz, we already did that. And Jerry Cowan, hi guys. And Debbie Keitler Moore. Okay, we have a good crowd. And Margot Lemieux, hi Margot. So, here we are in this horrible world, this pandemic and this political shit show. And it's good to remember at those times that we really can only live in the moment we're living in. So this moment for me is a moment of peace when I can play music for you guys and feel the community of having you here with me. And I hope you can live in the moment too, because it's necessary sometimes. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, the bright blessed day and the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, they're also on the faces of the people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? What they're really saying is, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn so much more than I will ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, they're also on the faces of the people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? What they're really saying is, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn so much more than I could ever know. And I say to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I say to myself, what a wonderful world. Hi guys, Robin Herrick's here. And yeah, the same old bunch who I love so much. Sterling Harrison, thank you for coming. So, we come to the instrumental. This is an instrumental with words. And Nancy Daynard, who I don't see on here, but I tried to tell her I was going to do this. Nancy Daynard, when I played Suki's the Two Old Dogs song once, she said, "Didn't you ever write a song for Max the dog?" Well, Max the dog was my first dog as a grown-up, and he was an Australian Kelpie. I got him when I was living in Australia and brought him back to the United States, and he was arguably the one great dog in my life. I mean, he was really a special dog. Australian Kelpies are the Australian sheep herding dog. They're kind of the Australian equivalent of a border collie who's designed to live in 100-degree weather and with no water. And very smart, very people-friendly. So Max was a great dog. When I brought him back from Australia, I had booked a tour with Peter Tawney and Janet Bregman Tawney. Peter was on here the other day. He lives up north Pennsylvania now. And he's a great banjo player. I'm really a one-off, a really individual musician in many ways. Janet, who has passed away, was his wife and partner, and they were called the Juggernaut String Band. So the Juggernaut String Band had a tour booked in the Midwest, and I signed on. And due to circumstances beyond my control, it had to do with divorce, actually, I was unable to have somebody watch Max the dog while we were on tour. So we had this little Subaru that had like 2 guitars, 3 banjos, a couple fiddles, all of our luggage, and Janet and Peter and me and Max the dog. Max the dog traveled through the Midwest. And I mention this because one of the verses of this song came up. It actually was written when we were traveling in the Midwest, and I'll tell you more about it at the end of the song. So, and then well, I don't even know if I should tell this story, but you know, I'm in the mood, so here we go. So after I won Winfield, I made an album. I went into a real recording studio and recorded an album. And the name of the album was Max the Dog. And Max the Dog, this little instrumental with a few words, was the kind of frontispiece of it. And but the album was never released. And I sent it to Rounder Records. And I didn't hear from them and didn't hear from them. And finally, it was on a cassette, of course, at that time. It came back, and I got this cassette back, no note, and just had the word Fahey, F-A-H-E-Y, written on it in pencil. And I thought, well, if they think I sound like John Fahey, they must be delusional, you know. So I wrote a letter to them and said, if you think, you know, that essentially that, and they wrote back and said, no, John Fahey reviews records for us a lot of times, or tapes, and we decided not even to bother sending it to him. So it was so bad. And you'll understand why when you hear Max the Dog. So this is the Max the Dog, the instrumental, and then there's a couple verses. And this song was written organically, you know. It was written about the actual experience of living with Max the Dog. Max the dog, don't eat the pantyhose. Oh, Max the dog. Oh, Max the dog, don't eat the pantyhose. Oh, Max the dog. Oh, Max the dog. Now, this verse was written while we were touring in the Midwest and staying with a family. Oh, Max the dog, don't mount the children. Oh, Max the dog. Oh, Max the dog. Oh, Max the dog, don't mount the children. Oh, Max the dog. Oh, Max the dog. So that's Max the dog. I want to see if I can really quickly here. I wonder if I could. No, I don't think I can. I think if I got rid of that, maybe I could. Yes, let's try this. Let's try this. Stick with me here for just a moment. I might be able to call up a picture of Max. Name matches Max. He was a gorgeous dog. He was what they call a chocolate Kelpie. I'm just trying to find a good one. And he lived with me. There's a good one. He lived with me for 14 years, I think. There he is. Can we even enlarge that? No. There we go. And that was Max at Winnie Winston's house. The great Winnie Winston. He was like, 55 pounds of muscle. And just a gorgeous creature. Okay, that's all the reminiscing for today. So I have one more song for you. Before you run away in disgust. And thanks for sticking with me today. And this one's by Kate Wolfe. I've been walking in my sleep, counting troubles instead of counting sheep. Where the years went, I can't say. I just turned around, they had flown away. And I've been sifting through the layers of dusty books and faded paper. They tell a story I used to know. It was one that happened so long ago. It's gone away in yesterday. Now I find myself on the mountainside, where the rivers change directions across the great divide. Now I heard the owl a-calling with a question, and I replied. She was gone across the borderline. It's gone away in yesterday. Now I find myself on the mountainside, where the rivers change directions across the Great Divide. Hour that I have seen is the one that lies between the edge of night and the break of day. It's when the darkness rolls away. It's gone away in yesterday. Now I find myself on the mountainside, where the rivers change directions across the Great Divide. Kate Wolfe's beautiful song, Across the Great Divide. And let me just say my hellos and goodbyes. Matt Daynard is here. I hope Nancy heard that. She's the one who requested it. If people didn't like me singing the Max the Dog song with those lines, they should write to Nancy Daynard and say you never should have requested that. So, the usual announcements. Alex Bevan is taking the week off. I think he's off camping. So, I don't know when he'll be back. You'll have to check in on his page for that. You just missed Cozy and Charlie, who I'm sure did a great show, even though I didn't hear it. I heard about a song, I think. And I did hear a little of Guy Davis this morning. He's doing a concert Friday night on... for Cafe Lena, the wonderful old coffee house up in Saratoga Springs, New York, which you might want to check out. It's Friday night at 8 o'clock, and I think if you go to Guy Davis, American folk singer or something like that, you'll find it. He's actually, I put it up on my page. You can go to my page and find it too. There is a PayPal link if you'd like to leave a little something. We appreciate these, and I don't always get to thank people individually. In fact, I hardly ever do, but I really appreciate every little donation. I will be back. Today's Tuesday. I'll be back Thursday at 3 o'clock. I suspect Frank Vituski will be doing a stream tomorrow night, Wednesday night, and playing you some great blues. He's up in Maine, Portland, I think, and I think that might be all I have to say for today. Thank you. I love you all. I appreciate you coming out. I will switch over to my other camera here for my usual. That's perfect. So remember, stay safe and stay sane. Live in this moment, every this moment, because it's all you got. You don't have a future and you don't have a past. You just got what's right now, and you better enjoy it. So stay safe, stay sane. If you get cranky, take a nap. Bye-bye.